Baby oil it just go with everything. You can get baby oil on pizza. I done got it on pizza before. You taste it, you can't even hardly taste it. I done had baby oil all around my mouth before. I don't even know what's on there. It's just a baby oil type night. It's just baby oil. All right. Praise the Lord, baby oil.
You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies. Get it straight. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were responsible for the child slaves that were in the party. And one of those children were me.
When you mention Katt Williams, you are not just talking about a comedian. You are talking about a man who has built his name by calling out the hidden side of Hollywood. Over the years, he has earned a reputation for speaking uncomfortable truths that others avoid. Now, Katt is focusing on Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and Ricky Smiley, claiming that this trio operates like a secret circle in the comedy industry. According to reports, even Samuel L. Jackson has hinted that these men are genuinely afraid of Katt Williams, not because he is dangerous, but because he knows too much. Katt is not a man who backs down, and his recent statements about Steve Harvey being connected to Diddy's alleged tapes have left people wondering if there is more to this story than anyone is willing to admit. It all began in Detroit during one of the most talked about comedy showdowns of all time. Nearly 10,000 fans filled the arena to witness the championship of stand-up comedy between Steve Harvey and Katt Williams. The night was electric, and both comedians came prepared. But as the jokes started flying, it was clear Katt Williams was in a different league. His timing, confidence, and sharp wit had the audience on his side from the start. When Katt began mocking Steve Harvey's hair, saying he was bald and hiding under a fake piece, the crowd erupted. That night, Harvey's image took a major hit. People still talk about how that performance changed the trajectory of both their careers. After that event, Harvey started moving away from stand-up, focusing instead on television hosting. Many believe that was no coincidence, but the result of embarrassment and loss of confidence. Katt Williams became the symbol of fearless comedy, while Harvey became a symbol of caution and control.
Well, one of my biggest issues is the people that see themselves weirdly in cases like this. And what they want and what they say are two different things. What they say is, I never want to see a black man go to jail. And I never want, and the reality is a lot of people that fall in line with that, or whether it's the Tories and, you know, the Bill Cosbys, they don't want redemption and they don't want equality. They want the same privilege to get away with those type of things. That's what they really want. That's what they see in themselves. So removing just the Diddy of it all, I get tired of people that take on these cases as some kind of redemption for themselves. It's like, look, bro, you do horrible things to individuals and you are a serial fill in the blank, whether that's, you know, in all these cases, and it's varying degrees of things that usually happen towards women. You guys don't want equality, guys. You want the same privilege as oppressors. And a lot of times, you don't even want to sit on the table. You're willing to sit on the floor, as long as you can be in a room and oppress other people. You know, so you guys can sell me with I just want a black man, and like I don't want that. I want abusers to pay for their consequences, and there's many levels of abusers.
The streets are talking, and the streets are saying that Steve might be in panic mode. If you watch my last video about Steve, you would know that Steve pimped out Lori Harvey to Diddy, allegedly. Well, word on the street is that Steve had been trying to do so for some time now, and the opportunity finally arose after the passing of Kim Porter. But this is how wicked Steve actually is. You see, Lori and Kim had a pretty close bond when she was alive, and even after Kim's passing, Lori paid tribute to Kim on social media. She wrote, "Having a hard time processing this one. You were such a beautiful person inside and out. Thank you for always being so sweet and loving to me. I'm so glad I told you how much I loved and missed you last time I saw you. Your energy was truly something special. An angel on earth and now in heaven. R.I.P. Mama Kim." Now, giving Lori's friendship with Kim Porter, it's crazy that she would enter a relationship with Diddy just 5 months after her passing. That's what a villain would do.
Years later, the tension resurfaced at the 2017 Def Comedy Jam reunion. It was supposed to be a celebration of legendary comedians, but according to reports, the night turned awkward. Dave Chappelle took a moment to praise Katt Williams, calling him one of the most authentic and fearless comedians of their time. The audience cheered loudly, giving Katt the recognition he had long deserved. But something about that moment made Steve Harvey visibly uncomfortable. Witnesses say he kept interrupting, trying to shift attention back to himself. Cedric the Entertainer and Ricky Smiley tried to back him up, but their laughter seemed forced. Insiders described Harvey's reaction as insecurity disguised as humor. The public could sense it too. Katt stood calmly, smiling, knowing that the crowd was with him. That night, Katt proved that respect in comedy cannot be bought. It must be earned. And for men like Harvey, that realization may have been hard to accept, especially when they built their image on control and power.
Well, Clive Davis, yeah, that's the monster. And the head of Universal Music Group. What's this motherfucker? See, he's put Diddy up, and they sacrificing Diddy. They said, take this shit. We can't be involved. But Diddy's smart. He filmed every so he was and the freak boy that run Universal Music Group. So he got them on some. Now that's why they raiding the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the feds, and they said get in there and get them tapes from the kind of blackmailers. That's what I believe is going on. Because, you know, Homeland Security, they came in there with tanks down there, motherfucking military, 25 deep, 30 deep for one dancing. Say what? One dancing 50 goddamn troops at his goddamn mansion. It's not Suge Knight, it's Diddy, y'all. He gonna dance him to death? I mean, what the
Properties owned by Diddy were raided yesterday by Homeland Security as part of an ongoing investigation into the music mogul, who's been accused of.
Now, isn't it ironic that, you know, HSI's there, the military, Homeland Security, anyway, the militarization of the police department has just gotten out of all these on army gear like they going to war at somebody's mansion, all right? Now, part two of this. I mean, what the you gonna tear up the man's house? It's just, and you didn't put where you found it. You sons of bitch. You sons of bitch. You sons of bitch. I want to know who told the camera crews that they were going down there to raid his house. They already set up, had the satellites, the helicopters that all over the top. The aerial view, I mean, you know, just to, you know, sensationalize the story. This is what I'm saying, somebody's behind this staged, right? Because if it's really just a quick, fast hit on the ain't gonna call the press and say, we about to hit Puffy's crib. You're just gonna hit the crib. You have to hear about that through the grapevine and rush down there as quick as they can. But no, we seen the aerial shot of them driving up and arriving at this crib. Somebody's behind it, somebody way up the ladder, and I think that ladder is the head of Universal Music Group.
Katt Williams later turned his attention to Cedric the Entertainer. He accused Cedric of stealing his best closing joke from BET's Comic View and using it word for word in the Kings of Comedy tour. Katt explained that he performed the original version years earlier, and Cedric simply changed minor details to make it seem new. For Katt, this was not about ego. It was about respect and integrity. He said real comedians build their careers on originality, not imitation. He went as far as saying Cedric's comedy special was so unoriginal that it did not deserve to be on major streaming platforms. Fans began revisiting old clips and noticing similarities, which added credibility to Katt's claims. Cedric never fully addressed the accusation, choosing silence over confrontation. To Katt, that silence spoke volumes. It showed that Hollywood protects its favorites while ignoring the ones who dare to challenge the system. The whole situation exposed how some comedians advance by stepping on others instead of standing on their own talent. Perhaps the most emotional part of Katt Williams' story involves the late Bernie Mac. Katt has claimed that Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and Ricky Smiley worked together to block Bernie's success. According to DJ Ed Lover, Bernie himself once mentioned feeling betrayed by his own peers. Katt believes Bernie Mac was treated unfairly because his honesty and raw style made certain people in power uncomfortable. Bernie was known for being straightforward and unfiltered, which made him both loved by fans and feared by his competition. Katt draws a connection between Bernie's struggles and his own, suggesting that both men suffered because they refused to conform. Behind the laughter and the stage lights, Katt believes there was jealousy, manipulation, and backroom deals. The idea that three powerful comedians might have worked against one of their own shocked many in the comedy community. It made people wonder if fame in Hollywood truly depends on talent or on playing the right political game behind closed doors. Katt Williams is not the only one who has spoken about Steve Harvey's alleged pattern of imitation. Comedian Mark Curry, known for his role in Hanging with Mr. Cooper, claimed that Harvey not only stole jokes, but also borrowed entire concepts for his television show. Curry alleged that the Steve Harvey show copied themes, characters, and setups that were nearly identical to his own sitcom.
Katt Williams, the GOAT, man. He's an awesome guy. He's like a brother to me.
Yeah.
You know, he's giving me so much. He's giving me wisdom. The dude got wisdom. He got wisdom beyond wisdom, you know. And, you know, a lot of times I rap to him and, you know, I talk to him about it. He gets me right. He the only one could get me right.
Yeah.
He can look at me and get me right. So he is incredible. He is a genius. He's the genius. And people got to remember, he doing Coliseums, fool.
Yeah.
Right.
He doing Coliseums, sold out Coliseums. He could do them twice if he wanted. Katt is in his world. He let me do whatever I want to do. He's the only one who ever took me out.
Okay.
Steve Harvey situation.
Right.
Listen to this. No one knows this.
Okay.
You know?
You jammed up Steve Harvey for taking jokes,
Yeah,
right?
but taking jokes. He tried to, you know, he catch a fade. So you from the town, you gonna catch a fade wherever you are.
You was trying to fight him.
No.
Okay.
'Cause we don't try to fight.
He said Harvey's motivation was not financial, but personal, a desire to copy the style that made Curry popular. These claims gained attention because they matched the same complaints raised by Katt Williams and others. They all described Harvey as someone who uses others' creativity to stay relevant. Hollywood insiders say this pattern of imitation is common among big names who are more focused on branding than art. Katt Williams used this as another example of how fake success often overshadows authentic talent. It reinforced the idea that the entertainment industry rewards those who play along, not those who stand alone.
You let Ricky Smiley.
The rivalry between Katt Williams and Ricky Smiley goes back to the early 2000s during the making of Friday After Next. Katt became a household name with his role as Money Mike, but behind the scenes, he says Smiley tried to take credit for almost getting the part. Katt revealed that he added a specific clause in his contract to make sure he never had to share screen time with Smiley unless Smiley wore a dress. Later, when Smiley appeared in the film First Sunday wearing one, Katt saw it as proof that Smiley would do anything for a role. Smiley, of course, denied this story, but it left fans divided. Some believed Katt's version because of his history of being honest, while others felt he exaggerated the situation. The truth may never be known, but the tension between the two comedians reflects something bigger about Hollywood, a system that often pits artists against each other, while powerful figures in the background pull the strings.
Yeah. I mean, we in 2024, we started 2024 with an aggressive call to action by way of Katt Williams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a lot of specific takes on that. And one of them was, you know, he's been very open about just, he was casted to play
Money Mike.
Money Mike.
Yeah.
The truth of that versus Ricky Smiley says, well, he wanted to play like.
No, what it was, we had Ricky come out before Katt, and Ricky tried. You know, we got him out there. Let's see how many different roles we can audition him in and see which one pop out.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did go for Money Mike, but he was a better Santa Claus. And then once we saw Katt, it was like, you know, Katt came in so prepared and on point. You know, it was like he was Money Mike. You know, like it wasn't no acting that had to go down. It was like, this dude right here is a comedic gold, and his part was just small in the movie.
Yeah,
he was just a little crazy boyfriend of the chick that Craig was going after. And so as he started to get down, you know, we like keeping the camera rolling. We like, yo, you know, in the edit, he's like, man, we need more Money Mike. Keep him going, keep it going, keep it going. And you know, he still's the third act of that movie is like Money Mike's coming out.
Man, I think Katt Williams needed to have like some type of stock in Chrysler, because he had everybody pushing them PT Cruisers.
Yeah.
Whipping that hoe.
Cruiser.
You know what I'm saying?
He, you know, when you get a guy on set that has the magic, or that, you know, is on fire, you figure out a way to just let him do his thing. Keep feeding him, let him do his thing. And don't get in his way. Let him go. And a lot of comedians like to work with me because I always give them a chance to go. This is just your chance to steal it, baby. Go for it.
Over time, Katt Williams started describing what he called a secret comedy circle. He claimed that Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and Ricky Smiley were part of a group that protected each other's careers while keeping out anyone who did not follow their rules. According to him, this group steals jokes, manipulates contracts, and controls opportunities for others. Samuel L. Jackson reportedly suggested that these comedians are terrified of Katt because he cannot be bought or silenced. Katt does not belong to any network or corporate circle, which makes him harder to control. What worries them even more, according to some insiders, is that Katt has kept evidence, including alleged recordings connected to Diddy, that could expose private dealings in Hollywood. Katt's independence and fearlessness make him unpredictable, and that unpredictability is exactly what makes powerful men uneasy. To them, Katt represents the one thing they cannot manage: truth without compromise.
Yeah, you was telling me about that, but what was the issue between Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey? Because I heard you make a comment before about how, you know, Steve Harvey tried to take Bernie Mac road. Like, what happened with that?
You told me, Steve, bro, I don't have anything against Steve Harvey. But if somebody tells you something and it comes up and you know that you heard it from somebody that you knew, right? Certain people that in your life you believe, right? Everybody that's watching this, there's certain people in your life that you believe. I did Who's the Man with Bernie. We put Bernie in Who's the Man because Bernie was fucking hilarious. And we had a friendship, okay? Bernie Mac was always the same person. I don't care if he was on the Bernie Mac show. I remember doing a Court in the Gym. I was living in LA. I had a recurring role on Jim Belushi's show called A Court in the Gym. Right across from me was Bernie Mac's show, and it was on fire. He had the whole side of the building, like, you know, the poster that they showed on TV with him and the kids in the back and Wanda, the wife, that's where he filmed at. I have no idea that just because I know Bernie Mac that I could saunter over there and ask for Bernie Mac. So when he found out that I was across the other side of the lot, he sent one of his people to come get me, and me and him sat out and we had lunch and we smoked cigars, and he even took an extra hour just so he could kick it with me. Bernie is one of those people, like certain other people in my life, that I knew very well. If Stretch told me something, I would believe it because he never lied to me. Bernie told me something, I believed it because he never lied to me. He told me that when he got Oceans, Steve called the producers to try to get his role and even wanted to take less money, and the producers told Steve no. That's what Bernie told Ed Lover. That's why they never did another Kings of Comedy, because he wasn't feeling Steve.
You personally, do you believe he was jealous of Bernie Mac?
I think everybody else had a show. Remember, I did the Hughleys. I was on the Hughleys twice. Remember, DL had the Hughleys. Steve had the Steve Harvey show. Ced was on the Steve Harvey show. Bernie is the only one that did not have his own sitcom at that point. And Bernie's sitcom blew the So was there a little jealousy? Do I think so? Yeah. Yeah, I do, because remember when they first started the Kings of Comedy, Steve was the closer. Steve used to close. And then Steve became the host. And everybody that ever watched that show, if you ever watched that Kings of Comedy movie, you remember Bernie Mac's part more than you remember anybody's part.
One of Katt Williams' most controversial statements involves what he calls the men in dresses theory. Over the years, many male comedians, including Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley, have appeared on screen dressed as women. While some see it as harmless humor, Katt believes it represents a hidden ritual that tests who is willing to submit to Hollywood's control. He says those who agree to it often receive bigger opportunities, while those who refuse are quietly blacklisted. This idea has fueled long-running rumors about secret societies and unspoken rules in the entertainment industry. Katt has repeatedly said he would never wear a dress for any role, no matter the paycheck. To him, it is not about costume or comedy, but about principle. Fans admire him for standing firm, while critics dismiss his claims as conspiratorial. Yet, when so many patterns repeat themselves, it becomes harder to ignore. Maybe Katt is not crazy. Maybe he is just too honest for a system built on silence.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like, when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, these brothers gotta wear a dress. That's happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer, I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in, the writer comes in, I think he's the writer, he's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail, so he disguises you as a and he put this dress on, and what? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave, listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't even wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then like the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So then, wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. I want to wear this dress. You know what I mean? This is, oh gosh, this guy's so difficult. They leave. Now the producers comes, come on, David, would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why they be putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. That comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Damn, how did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta take a sting.
As the years have passed, Katt Williams' warnings about Diddy have begun to sound less like rants and more like reality. He has often hinted that certain powerful people in entertainment, including well-known comedians, are tied to Diddy's network through hidden favors, private recordings, and confidential dealings. According to Katt, these connections explain why many celebrities protect Diddy publicly while avoiding him privately. Rumors suggest that Steve Harvey's friendship with Diddy was not just casual, but strategic. Insiders claim that Harvey's access to television opportunities and sponsorships coincided with his alignment with Diddy's business circle. Katt has even implied that Harvey knows about the tapes Diddy kept, and that fear of exposure keeps him silent. Whether or not these tapes exist, Katt's repeated statements have shaken fans' faith in Hollywood's innocence. When Katt says he kept all the tapes, he may be suggesting that Diddy holds leverage over several major figures, and that silence is the price of protection. This could explain why Katt Williams is treated as a threat, because he knows that fear in the industry does not come from failure, but from secrets.
Thanks for that softball question. It's two answers. First of all, let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress. Okay, well, I watched all of my friends throughout my entire life be able to dunk a basketball, but not me. So everybody can't do everything. So, you know, some of us make choices. I think it's not a biggest choice for others. I'm saying at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are gonna say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on poor little Kevin Hart? Because it was his turn next.
Okay.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them. End quote.
I mean, we all love Dave Chappelle.
Exactly. Dave Chappelle has never been a part of the Illuminati. They don't want him or me or people like us.
Yeah.
But now it's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung 1,000,000 times. I didn't understand that. They had to sting me 1,000,000 times. I'm still not gonna join, but I respect it a little more.
All right. How do you handle that? Because they put your name in the press with a lot of rumors and a lot of situations that they try to put on Katt Williams. Do you feel ever the need to, like, I gotta go defend this and put out a story about who I am, or do you just let that kind of like roll off your back when
Well, as you can see, I've let it all go for quite some time, and a lot of that is just based upon the fact that I don't really know how to complain because all of the people that I ever looked up to had to go through it too. So I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles. So now I know that if your mouth is really, really big and you try to tell the truth for a living and you like to air people out, hatred is coming your way. I didn't know it was gonna be this type of hatred, But, you know, I'm concrete in all things because of He who strengthens me. So that doesn't mean I always make the right decisions, but I am going to stand by what I stand for. And I'm only continuing to do it because I was looking for somebody who was doing it instead of me. And I just must have missed them, you know what I mean? So at some point you have to figure out what example are you trying to be. If it's just gonna be you gonna make it and live happily ever after and go off into the sunset, then that's what that is. Otherwise, you're on the front line of this battle. And those of us who understand that this is a part of what comes with it.
All right, last question. Scary Movie 5, April 12th. Everybody's gonna go see that.
Including me.
What else does Katt Williams have come out? We're gonna see you on stage, do stand-up. What's up next with Katt Williams?
Well, you know, the best thing for me is when I'm able to do the movies, and then, you know, if I do 4 months of doing movies, then I'm able to go to stand-up, and that's a nice, healthy pace for me, so.
Katt Williams has proven time and again that he is more than just a comedian. He is a man on a mission to uncover what others pretend not to see. His clashes with Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and Ricky Smiley are not only about personal rivalry, but about a bigger truth regarding how Hollywood operates. When Katt talks about Diddy's alleged tapes in secret power circles, it sends a message that makes many uncomfortable. Some call him outspoken, others call him dangerous, but his consistency over the years has made people listen. Whether he is talking about stolen jokes, hidden alliances, or mysterious recordings, one thing is certain: Katt Williams refuses to be silent. The question now is, how long can Hollywood keep its secrets when one man keeps daring to tell the truth? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.